shit.
Whatever.
Did they have
CGI.
lots of boobs still?
Huh?
Were there lots of naked boobs?
No.
Love that as a kid.
Only on the bugs.
That was my movie.
Only on the bugs had titties.
Weird. That's really weird.
The bugs had titties? Wait a minute, what? He said, no, only the bugs had titties. I was like, what? Bugs don't have titties.
That's how they distract you. It's like a big spider, but it's got these awesome, double D 44s. And you're like, I can't shoot those sweet titties. And then the thing's like, ah! And fucking kills you.
Sucks your brain out.
Yeah. Welcome to the Covalence Podcast, where you come to be triggered. So, the oil pipeline at the Indian reservation thing. What's that? What's it?
North Dakota.
North Dakota?
Yeah.
Bunch of shit's been going down, and this
All over Facebook.
This happened a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of fucking annoyed me. I saw a bunch of my liberal, super progressive friends and family members posting on Facebook that they had gone out there. Their location shows,
They were checking in there.
They were checking in there.
Yeah.
And I fucking, at first, totally believed it.
Fake news.
Fucking fake news right from my family. And I was like, what the fuck? Did you guys see that? People checking in there?
I had a few.
Supposedly, or you can go ahead.
Well, there's people were on there, and they're like, oh, we're here, da-da-da. And I was like, whoa, you guys are awesome. I can't believe you went out there. And, I'm like, I just felt like such a fool.
Wasn't it supposedly... There was, whether it was true or not, there was a rumor going around that the police were using check-ins to arrest some people that were there or whatever, and so everyone started checking in there so they couldn't do that. That was the reasoning behind it.
Again, see? People being arrested for fucking posts that aren't fucking real.
Or was this all just fake news,
It's just Inception.
Just another mannequin movement or something else that's going on.
Inception, a lie built on a lie built on a lie.
It was basically...
There is no Dakota Access Pipeline at all.
There's no North Dakota.
And there's no Indians. Indians aren't even real. I haven't seen an Indian.
Anyway.
So
You could pass for one.
I could, yeah.
You could totally pass for one. Give him a couple of feathers.
Wow. Way in that.
No, it's how.
I got to give you that one. That was good, man.
No, what they were doing is they were, hey yo. No, they were checking in to throw off cops that were the law enforcement agents that were using that to see if they could figure out who it was for when they did get arrested to process them faster. But because so many people were checking in, it started turning into, let's just use this not just to throw cops off, but let's do this to support them. So it kind of grew.
That's
from
interesting. That. Yeah, a way to gain support, the check-ins go through the roof. That's cool.
This is why I think we should have certain days where everybody goes on and Googles the bad shit that you're not supposed to, just to flood the system with more data that they have to process and mine. Like you were saying, jihad.com.
Bomb.com.
Bomb.com. And,
that was totally bomb.com. That burrito was bomb.com.
Yeah.
Just, basically doing a bunch of shit. Just throw in garbage just to fuck up their algorithms and whatever their stuff is.
Mm-hmm. What's up with the pipeline? I have no idea. I'm not on Facebook. Well, I am, but I don't look at it ever. So what's the deal with the pipeline? Because when I was in Arizona, they were I was all over the news. I was like, why the fuck do people in Arizona care about a pipeline that's going on in North Dakota?
It's going across Native American burial ground.
Oh, okay. And they're
and there's also the chance that if something happens with the pipeline and it leaks, or even just the construction work will damage the water table for the reservation or Native Americans that live nearby.
Yeah, it's literally going over a river. It's not even technically on their reservation.
No.
Oh, that's one
It's
of those weird
it's
technicalities.
right north of their reservation, and the pipeline will go over their river. So if it ever explodes,
Then
all the water
all
that they
lashed
have,
out.
yeah, it's going to be
That just sounds like
poisoned
like a normal environmental thing. Like that doesn't. How the hell did that even get approved?
I
don't
I
know.
mean, shit has to go
But isn't
over
that a concern?
water.
It's going to go all the way down to Louisiana, right?
I don't know
Or
how far
down, it's going
but
down to the Gulf. So isn't that a concern everywhere, not just North Dakota?
I don't know.
It is. I mean, it's a logistical thing. It's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to fill millions of trucks with oil to bring them from North Dakota down to the refinery? You know, which is going to cause more pollution because all these trucks are driving.
Sure.
And then now you have the chance that somebody, spills a truck, gets to an accident and there's oil everywhere.
Yep. Which happens.
Which does happen. And pipelines explode too. That happens as well. But you build the pipe and you just pumping the pipe and let the pipe, transport all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
Apparently we have a
visitor.
we have a guest on the podcast today.
The first time ever from not on the phone.
The pipeline basically skirts the actual reservation, like right on the corner.
Oh man, that's some shady like.
but it only goes
business
down
stuff.
to Illinois.
What do we have, like a Postmates delivery or something going on here? Uber Eats.
No idea.
Have
Uber Eats brings it to his door.
Have you done Uber Eats?
Yeah, totally.
You
Do it all
do?
the time. Yeah.
How does that work? Like, do you get a
Like,
message
do you
that says
deliver?
Yeah, okay, so usually what happens is there's the ping comes up and the little Uber thing, there's like a countdown clock. It's like bling, bling, and you have a certain amount of X seconds to accept it. And with the Uber Eats one, it just says delivery. It has like a little bag, and then you tap it, and then it shows you where to go. And if there's special instructions to pick it up, how to pick it up, and then once you confirm the order, then you swipe, and then you go take it to the person. And then, I don't know, you can go and like get out of your car and drop it off, but I'm lazy as shit. So I'm just like, hey, I'm outside, come get it. That's all it is.
That's how most of the Uber Eats I've had delivered
Yeah.
do. They don't get out of the car.
Yeah, because the good thing with Uber is you're already thinking like Uber's here, I need to go outside, not Uber's here. they're
Amazon
coming
delivers it to my door. I just have to
Yeah.
go right there.
Yeah.
What did
Uber
you
Eats
just have
won't.
delivered?
It was Amazon stuff, I guess. It wasn't next day or anything, but the guy had a super sweet Amazon windbreaker on.
Oh, cool, nice.
So totally jealous. But I
Their
didn't know
polos are nice.
didn't know they have them deliver on Sunday. Usually that goes through UPS.
No, they do like anything Prime now, whether it's been food or something else,
Oh, this wasn't Prime Now.
Oh,
this
it's
was
just Prime.
this was bought last week.
Oh. just Amazon stuff.
Just Amazon Prime, but not Amazon Prime Now.
Gotcha. Okay. Now Prime now, like my power supply went out on my computer. Had them bring me another one. Did it within 2 hours.
I always forget about Prime Now. It's awesome, but I forget that I have it.
What's Prime Now?
Exactly what it is.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just like you buy it and
you
then
want
it shows
cupcakes.
up.
You want cupcakes from Sprinkles? Mm-hmm. They'll be here in an hour.
Oh shit! Okay, but you have to pay
You
like an extra
have to
fee.
buy $25 worth.
There's a minimum order, but that's about it. And you can tip them. But
So do people tip you?
Usually older people do because that's like they're like delivery service and they're like you tip the delivery guy, but younger people never do. I never get tips from like people who are like below 40.
That's weird.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, because I have tipped every person that delivers, because Jackie orders the stuff all the time.
Yeah.
From Uber Eats or Postmates or whatever.
Yeah,
Does it cost more to buy it through that? Because I know Amazon doesn't cost more.
I have no idea.
I'll say this: I think that Uber Eats they charge a delivery fee. It's $4.99, and I think in some cases, I think this is dependent on the restaurant. They inflate the prices.
Huh.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They always seem pretty reasonable. I mean, when I'm looking through the Uber Eats thing, they make it really, really simple and intuitive. You know, you can choose the food by type, Mexican, then it'll show you like, pretty quality pictures of some meals, and then you can click that restaurant, and then you see like their menu. But it's all the same. No matter which restaurant you look at, like the format for doing the stuff is consistent. So you're always it makes it really easy. There's been companies that have delivered stuff before, but it's always been kind of like a mess.
Yeah.
You know, all the websites are different. But
They don't compile the information for you.
Right.
They just say, yeah, go over here and look at it. Tell us what you want, and we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't know do you need to order the food first and then tell them, hey, go pick this up. So if you're driving for Uber, but can you do only Uber Eats stuff? Can you decide that you don't want to do rides? Like, because they have like your car has to be in a certain condition. It has to be like a certain year. But that's if somebody's getting in your car. Mm-hmm. What if you're just delivering the food? You just have like a beater. And
you have to be an Uber driver in order to become an Uber Eats driver first. You have to go through the first one. Either way, they're going to have to filter your car because they want to make sure you don't break down. And then that's a problem. There's no option to be like, I only want to accept Uber rides or I only want to accept delivery rides. There's no,
But when the prompt comes up and you've got like 10 seconds to choose whether you want to accept that thing, does it differentiate whether it's a person who needs a ride or it's a food?
Yes. Because if it's somebody who needs a ride, it'll show it'll zoom into a map and show an approximate location of where they're at, and it shows the address below. And when it's a delivery one, it'll have like a little delivery bag over the top of that, so and it'll say delivery at the top. It'll say UberX or it'll say pool or whatever. It'll tell you what you're accepting.
So you could just sit there and just ignore anything that's not an Uber Eats.
You can, but if you do ignore rides, they start sending you notifications saying, hey, your acceptance ratio is going down. Why aren't you accepting things? If you're not accepting, please turn off so that way we can match people up with people who want to give them rides.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, so then if your stats start dropping below, then they start poking you more, being like, hey, you're not accepting rides, or hey, you're braking too hard, or yada, yada, yada. So, yeah.
Crazy. I want to go back to the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Okay.
Because Dakota passed legislation that allows them to weaponize drones.
Oh, okay.
And so the idea is that when you need crowd dispersal, you can use drones to go drop pepper spray on all the people, or I don't know, stun gun them or whatever with fucking drones.
I'm trying to think, what are they going to do? Drop sacks of flour on them and fuck them up? I mean, what? There's not. I don't really see how this is.
How is
actually...
it any different from a guy just shooting a grenade into the thing? Well, not a grenade, but like a tear gas bomb.
Well, I mean, is that what they're going to do? Is just drop gas bombs on people? That's it.
They just it's basically the only limitation is that it's non-lethal. So they could have a drone that has a paintball gun that shoots pepper spray loaded paintballs, and just like just send the drone in there and just start pepper spraying people.
I just don't feel like this is going to be very effective.
You don't? I feel like it would be pretty fucking effective.
Yeah, I mean, because I think a lot of the problem when you're a police officer and you throw a grenade, then they'll be able to take because you can only throw it so far. But if you have an army of drones, you can strategically look above and be like, oh, the crowd's out. Drop a circle of them so they can all like funnel together. Then you set in the riot control police to go and then zip tie everybody up.
Can you just attach like pepper spray cans to them and just have them drive by like crop dust?
Yeah,
everybody?
dude.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. They could just crop dusting people.
That'd be way easier because then you can't take the grenade and throw it away.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Also, it'll probably drop down on police violence crimes. Like that one photo gets taken, they're like, look what they're doing. Like they're like, what was that one where they're like sitting and the guy just comes by with like a gun and just daces
at
them?
the university.
That was the Berkeley
Davis.
one.
Oh, Berkeley.
Yeah,
Was it Berkeley or Davis?
I don't
That
know.
was Berkeley.
Where they got maced in the face.
Yeah.
and there was just like drenching them in face. Yeah, you won't get that anymore. I don't think because that's more PR friendly, I suppose. Because all they're going to see is a bunch of crowded people going like, ah.
You don't think that this pushes us to the? I always say it wrong. Elysium. Did you guys see that movie?
Yeah.
Where the rich people use the robots to basically enslave all the underclass.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that just one step closer? Where it's like now you just have a heartless, mindless robot that's just going to go do whatever the programmer tells it to. There's always the slippery slope, right? It's non-lethal today, but how easy is it to go to lethal the next point? Do we want drones, basically policing humans? Is that the direction that we want to move?
Well, like they're being controlled by humans technically. Like somebody's flying the drone, the drone. Like they got the joystick or whatever. So technically, that person's still responsible, not the drone
And I would
itself.
think maybe they would make better decisions. Because if you're in the moment, like if someone's screaming at you in your face, like
Yeah.
you're going to make a worse decision if you're behind a computer screen and can make a more cool, calm.
Yeah,
collected
because you're
decision.
eating your Cheetos.
Why
and everything,
why
and
do
you're
we
like,
assume that they'll make better decisions? Because we're talking about police budgets, right, which are notoriously underfunded.
Yeah, they
Are
can
we
buy
gonna-
a bunch of drones.
They can buy drones and they can buy tanks and all that kind of shit.
Well,
Well, drones cheaper than work comp, so
That's
But
true.
way cheaper.
and the lawsuit.
Like when you say it'll be based on some sort of algorithm, is it going to be the same algorithm
See,
that tried to
I don't think it
dictate?
should be based on algorithm. I think it should be
A
piloted.
person, yeah, that's what I think so too.
But now you've removed taking the bad decision making from the human out of the equation.
But I think you make a
we've
more
put it
educated,
in a more
decision.
isolated environment where you can make a better decision than if you're getting yelled at in your face.
Are we
Yeah.
going to get to a situation where it's like the Facebook thing where they're trying to alter the news? Remember when they switched from people editing the news feeds, then they went to the algorithm, and then all of a sudden there was a bunch of fake ones like that where everybody agreed that the fake news was the number one trending thing for like a week. One of them was ridiculous about Trump or Hillary or whatever. I don't remember what it was, but I don't know. I just don't know if I'm ready to accept algorithms to determine.
when I'm writing and when it's the Black Friday sale.
Yes.
Dude, that would be fucked up. Can you imagine that? Okay.
Yeah, all the drones take off from
I got
aisle.
really stoked
No,
for that
all
for
the
some reason.
drones like unpackage themselves from
pepper
aisle
spray.
7, and fly over
pick
to
up the
aisle
pepper
12.
spray.
Start shooting like lasers in people's eyeballs. And like, I can't see. And they're like, okay, go Walmart staff, like get them, hit them with a hand truck.
Make that so.
I mean, obviously we're moving towards algorithms, but I think as long as there's human oversight of some sort, then, I mean, that's the best you're going to do.
Yeah, you need to have that
Did
responsibility.
you guys
there.
watch Black Mirror yet?
No,
I've seen most
I
of
haven't
them.
had time to watch it yet.
There's a
I've
per-
watched
there's
season
a
1
per-
and 2. I haven't watched
there's a
season
perfect
3 yet.
episode that's based on this concept of like mass drones.
Which one's that?
It's in season 3.
Well, which one?
It's one of the. It's like the second or third to last episode.
Is it when they're getting text all the time? With
no,
the cake?
it's the one with the bees.
With the bees? I haven't seen the one with the bees.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen like there's actually people who have tried making little robotic bees, right, to replace the impending bee apocalypse because all the bees are dying. And so
That's a good idea.
so
That
they're
would be cool.
Getting little robotic bees to fly
To pollinate.
and pollinate.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If so, like as we, it's kind of sucks because as we kill Earth, let's just replace it with robots. Like,
More efficient.
yeah,
More
yeah.
efficient
I'll make a
machines.
better bee than you, than nature.
There's
More than meets the eye. Come on, is anybody else thinking we're turning into Cybertron? Come on.
no.
If we all go to robots.
oh
One
yeah,
big
it'd be
mechanized
awesome.
planet.
No, what was the
Can I
one?
turn into a Ferrari?
What was the beast one? Beast mode? Was it beast mode?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Yeah,
yeah.
that
That
was
was like
yeah.
the fucking monkey
Yeah.
versus
Cheetor.
the cheetahs and shit. Yeah. God damn, those were awesome.
Some OG shit, man.
But there was a random dinosaur in Beast Wars.
the
There was,
Velociraptor.
like Velociraptor. You have like a cheetah, a gorilla, and then you have a Velociraptor.
No, he was part of the Decepticons because all the Decepticons. Fuck, I watched this a lot. All the Decepticons were dinosaurs, and all the Autobots were mammals and animals. And then he defects because he's like, "Yo, Megatron, I don't like your shit, dude." And Megatron's like, "Fuck off, dude." Kicks him out. And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go side with these other homies."
All right.
And they team up to like
deep,
start
deep
shit.
plot.
Do you remember what the gorilla's name was?
As Optimus Prime. That was Optimus.
He didn't have like a gorilla name, like
no,
Cheetor.
No, well, like Cheetor was Cheetor. That was different. There was the rat too. As Rat Trap. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Some old school shit.
I used
The-
to watch
the-
that show all the time.
Yeah, the graphics were shitty as hell too. Like compared to now,
Yeah.
they're like
they were awesome
really
back then.
bad. Yeah,
They
yeah.
were super awesome back
Yeah.
then. Also, another one that came out with the same artist did fuck, what was it? Star Troopers or something?
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
The one with the bugs.
Yeah, the one with the bugs.
Yeah.
they did.
It's a
They did a
movie.
They did a television show.
Oh,
what?
They did a
They
Starship Troopers like
Oh shit.
whatever.
Did they have lots
CGI?
of boobs still?
Huh?
Were there lots of naked boobs?
No.
Love that as a kid.
Only on the bugs.
that was my movie.
Only on the bugs had titties.
Weird. That's really weird.
The bugs had titties? Wait a minute, what? He said, "No, only the bugs had titties." I was like, "What? Bugs don't have titties."
That's how they
Fuck with-
distract you. It's
he's
like a
fuck-
big spider, but it's got these awesome, like, double D44s. And you're like, I can't shoot those sweet titties. And then the thing's like, ah, and fucking, like, kills
Sucks
you.
your brain out.
Yeah.
Dude, Starship Troopers is my shit. I fucking loved that thing. That movie is the shit.
That's a movie that I would love them to remake, but I'm afraid that they would never,
It was so cheesy.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
No, but that's why
terrible.
it was supposed to be.
removed from the source material. It's not even funny.
But that's why it was good to watch it when I was in like junior high and shouldn't have seen that movie.
Yeah.
Would you
It was
like to
still
know
really
more?
cool.
Yeah, would you like to know more? I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
No, the whole thing was to show
He
how
gets it.
the media was making propaganda.
Yeah.
To convince
It
everybody
was
that you need to
basically
kill.
the whole story was about fascism. That's
Yes.
that's what it originally was about, and
Absolutely.
it's barely even touched on in the flicks. It's really let's
No,
just
it did. It's just you didn't notice.
Yeah.
That's how good the fascism works. You didn't even
Refined
know.
fascism.
it's way better in the
I
story.
want football like they had that virtual football. That was cool.
The indoor one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, that's just coming.
Yeah.
I actually they've.
They already did that. It's called arena football.
Or XFL.
I was reading that
That didn't work out so well.
millennials are like bored with football. Like
Yeah,
football
I saw that
numbers
pitch too.
are
Yeah.
dropping off.
Yeah, that traditional media outlets are just seeing this nosedive of
Yeah,
them.
you got to now. It's fake sports. Got to start attacking fake sports because they're
What?
not the traditional sports.
Yeah, what it was is they were saying that people who grew up with like normal television, they're like, oh yeah, well they're the continued ones who keep watching it. But I was reading in the Reddit comments, and some guys like, yeah, I don't want to watch a game and be bombarded with 90% of it commercials. I want to see the fucking game, so I don't have to sit here and go through your bullshit.
Oh, you
so
think,
I'm going
you
to do
think
another
it's
way.
bad? No, it's way worse with college. Like, first of all, college games on average last about an hour on TV, longer than NFL
Yeah.
games. They actually have a ref on the field. He wears a red cap. He's the TV ref. He pauses the game when the ads are still
Are
running.
you serious?
fucking serious? Like, that actually happens. Like, there's a little light that flashes on the box and the whole thing, and he keeps in contact. They let him know when they're done with their ads.
This is why it's dropping, because people don't want, I don't watch football anymore because I don't fucking care. I don't want to sit there and
You were watching it before we
well,
started.
that's red zone. I don't have to sit there, and that's the reason
But
why.
that's attention span right there. That's just like let me just watch snippets of all the games.
and
just the
well,
highlights.
that's the point, is because I don't have to sit here. I have a million other things on my phone that I could do besides sit here and listen to your 20 fucking Pepsi commercials. You need to, if you want me to watch, you need to keep me entertained.
Well, it's
and
like with
you
college
need to cut the
football.
bullshit.
There's only so much Chick-fil-A that can be crammed in front of me.
Exactly.
In a 4-hour
yeah,
period.
and that's why millennials are dropping off, because they're like, we don't need to put up with your bullshit. We don't need to sit here and let you spoon feed us crap anymore. So they're bailing by the thousands. Traditional sports, they're going to be in trouble because they can't keep the attention anymore.
The thing, I remember when Twitch kind of first exploded, and I was really big into StarCraft, and StarCraft was really huge for a little while. Right alongside the League of Legends and the guys that are still, multiple millions of people watching when there's a tournament. And people are saying well, we'll know that esports has hit mainstream when it shifts over to television. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people are saying no, it will never go to television because it can't, because the people that are watching, they're really spread out, right, all over the globe, of these people who play these free-to-play games. Mm-hmm. And so you're not really in a room with a bunch of people watching the thing. You're probably at home watching it on, your computer or your phone or your tablet.
Yeah, you're taking a dump, doing
whatever it is. And then you've got the chat room right there. So you're live chatting with all the people. There's nothing like that. Once you throw it on TV, you're back into more passive media.
Yeah.
You're not engaged, like you said.
Yeah.
When they do throw a commercial up because 7 dudes all have to switch the computers and the mouse and the headset, and there's legitimate downtime because they only have one stage and they got to switch all the teams. People are in the chat rooms just going oh, these guys are fucking dead, they're never gonna make it, or the people are talking with each other about whatever gameplays that they saw, previously.
But it has made it to TV. ESPN actually does esports.
I've seen that recently. I'm not sure which games they're doing, but I still think that which is great. It's still less interactive than when I'm sitting on my computer watching it and I can interact with all the other fans. You know, sports has maybe they'll say, hashtag us on Twitter to be part of the conversation. It's like, you're not part of the conversation.
Yeah,
it's just like a post that like your post is going to go, at least if I'm in the chat room and my chat, it will be in the main focus point of the board for 10 seconds, you know, as it scrolls up. You know, so you get, at least there's some visibility. If you're the 90,000th person to throw a tweet response onto some other tweet, like
it's lost.
It's invisible.
Yeah.
You're not interacting with anybody. You're talking to yourself. That's just a sounding board.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever done like The Walking Dead has the second screen experience, where if you bring it up on your phone or your tablet or your laptop or whatever, you get extra information about the show. There's chatting and there's other stuff going on at the same time.
I like that stuff. HBO did it first with Game of Thrones. I thought it was fucking awesome. Well, there was no chatting.
They've
though.
been doing it with Walking Dead for a few seasons now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think what it is that when ESPN is trying to latch on to esports, it's one of those fellow kids type things. They see like, oh, well, look what all the kids are doing. Let's take our old business model and try to absorb what they're doing, and it's not going to work because they're not set up to. They can't provide the content that make people want to watch and engage. So it's just like they're trying to reel it in, and they're never going to be able to bridge that gap. They have to redo their whole business model.
This kind of happened when I was in Australia about 15 years ago or so. That right then, HD TV, digital television was the thing. It was just starting to become a thing. And they had, because of the bandwidth options, they had basically 3 different versions of a channel at any given moment. Mm-hmm. So, and this is free to air. So you didn't have to have a cable or anything. You just had to have a digital tuner to pick it up.
Yeah.
You pick up, say, Channel 9 showing the rugby. You got the All Blacks, playing Australia. Mm-hmm. You could watch the 1080i version, so get the highest resolution. You could watch the 720p version if you like progressive better than interlaced.
Yeah.
Or you could get the 480p, which was lower resolution, but it shrunk it down, and you could scroll through all the stats for the individual players on the side from your remote. And you could even change camera angles.
See, that's not the same. That's not the same
How
because
is it not it's interactive though.
No, it is to the smallest extent. But if you're on your computer, you have access to all that crap already because you can just open up Google and flip through. You can find everything, and you can interact with all the people that are playing too and watch them at the same time. So it's kinda, but it's like it's not.
It's the beginning of that.
There. Yeah,
it's like they started exploring that. But the thing is I don't really care about what all these other people have to say about the shit.
You don't, but the people who they're trying to cater to do. They're the ones who are generating that content, and that's what they want. If you don't offer that, then people aren't going to be there. So you have to start bringing that in, or else you end up losing them. And then as your current audience starts dying off, then you die off with them. You got to be able to keep up with the times. So wait, Jeff, how do they do advertising for esports? Like, how does that work? Is there a ticker running across the bottom?
No, it's.
Do they just set like a monster can up to it and they turn the label?
They'll
towards
do that type of stuff.
Very like product placement.
It depends. Like, obviously, it's easier to avoid that stuff because you can get ad blockers, so you don't see the ads. When
okay. They're like pop-ups.
No, they're like they'll switch. I've just not really seen a bunch of commercials. Usually, I don't watch like the League of Legends stuff. I would only watch the StarCraft ones. And like you said, there would just be the announcers, and behind them would be like a big thing that says "fucking Hot Pockets."
Yeah,
of course. Or they would
have
like, since most of StarCraft is based out of South Korea, it's like South Korean like stuff. So it'd be like South Korean energy drink that I couldn't even.
Samsung.
Yeah, no, it would be
Whatever.
like, I don't know, just, be some label on there, be like, Cabal, whatever, I don't know, it'd be some shit, you don't know what it is, and you're just like, well, whatever. In StarCraft, they name the teams after the company that actually supports them. So they're literally like Team Samsung. There's a website that does all StarCraft related stuff, and so they have a team. The website's called Team Liquid, and then so the team's called Team Liquid, whatever. They mix that type of stuff in. But a lot of the StarCraft brands, it looks like a regular team name because it's not in your language. So you read it, and you don't actually know that that's a telecom company there, or that's a...
It's like Qualcomm or something.
Yeah, it'd be like Team Qualcomm.
Yeah.
We would recognize that, but in their language, you can't really
Right.
recognize
So
it.
it's kind of like NASCAR when like Ford sponsors
Yep.
Jeff Gordon, and they're like, oh, they sponsor Jinghua or whatever.
Exactly.
The fuck his
They
name
got
is.
their jackets with their logos and stuff on. So when you
Okay,
see them
yeah.
in the booth, you can see the logos, that are sponsoring them.
Yeah.
But there's not enough. I'm sure that will change as it grows, because it's not enough.
Yeah.
Because how do you market? If you're on traditional television, you can make it so that the people who are watching the football game in San Diego are seeing commercials that are only relative to the people in San Diego, and the people who are in New York can see commercials. Yeah, they're regional. But on the internet, it's not regional.
Right.
So putting Evans Tires on an internet stream may not do you any good to 75% of the audience that's actually viewing it.
But you can tailor the ads based on IP address.
That's what I was just thinking. If you can say
find
like,
out their locale somewhat.
yeah,
No, you definitely can, because I watch some of the like when I watch South Park from Hulu.
yeah,
The commercials are tailored to my location. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can definitely see like this commercial. I'm like, this would not apply anywhere else than fucking right here.
See, that's
Yeah.
why I went with Pandora 1, because I got tired of so many ads in Pandora, because I created that account when I was living in Alabama, and I
hasn't
haven't
updated.
updated it, and it's all still like car dealerships from Alabama. I'm like, it's not buying. Look, even if I was going to buy, I'm not buying this fucking car in Alabama. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, I'll just pay for it and get rid of it. And yeah, like it's actually been better.
Yeah, but what the fuck's with Hulu? You pay for it and you still see
get ads.
commercials.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
That's why I don't do Hulu.
No.
No,
the
that
worst
was
thing.
the dumbest fucking direction for them. They literally, like, they were sort of like, oh, do you get Netflix or do you get Hulu? Do you get
Well, they were
Netflix
doing
or
that
Hulu?
because they had the content. Like most of the big five in the U.S. were behind it.
Now they're doing their own. Like
Yeah.
CBS has their own. I'm sure NBC is not far behind. ABC is probably not far
Yeah, well,
behind.
Netflix, again, ahead of the game, they just said, fuck it. We'll just start making our own content, like, right away. And then after the first couple of big shows came out, people were like, holy fuck, this is
the
good.
new way to do things.
This is way better.
You heard that they're doing Chappelle. He's getting
Yeah,
three
he's
specials.
come back too.
It's going to be
And they're
Didn't he make
paying
like
like
$50 million or
60.
60?
Yeah.
He cleaned house with
Rumored.
that. Yeah, that's
But-
how much. Yeah, that's how much money he walked away from before. So he basically got everything he wanted. He got the money and to keep his integrity too.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
Fucking
tired of
Marvin.
white comedians. Louis C.K., Bill Burr, fucking...
Well, Bill Burr actually was on the Chappelle Show back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, he's awesome. But,
Yeah.
like, when I was just watching the SNL, his little monologue that he came in, and I was like, fuck yes, we need this. Like, this is awesome. I want to hear from a really funny, you can call him edgy, but, black dude. Like,
He's smart too. Like he's not stupid. He's definitely has a good unique spin on the world.
yeah, we've been missing that.
Yeah. I got a question. Like, because we were talking about Netflix and everything. If they started putting ads in there, how much could they start putting in before you're like, nope, done with the description? Like, if they start putting commercials in between 15-minute, like, say you're watching a half-hour episode.
It's tough now because now they've got you hooked with their shows. So if they do it, I'd probably have to stick around for a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, it would suck.
So-
I mean, they've definitely got everybody right where they want them if they want to start doing that.
So, okay, let me do some hypotheticals.
But same
so,
thing with HBO. HBO could start.
They do ads, but they do ads for their own content.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad because I'm interested in what more stuff Netflix is doing.
Okay.
I'm not interested in Tide soap for my laundry.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. It's like going to the movies and seeing what other movies are there.
Yes.
I don't want to see the other commercials that get
The
thrown
fucking
in there with it.
the 15 minutes of commercials while you wait for the previews are horrible.
Yeah. 'cause
Please turn
it's
off
like-
your cell phone. Buy some popcorn. Buy some of this. You can put an ad here.
Yeah. Evans Tires, blah, blah, blah. Or
Yeah.
like, the automobile place or whatever.
Did you know that these rooms are good for conference, meetings? And you're
Yeah,
just
they're
like,
trying to
what the
plug crap you don't
fuck?
care. So as long as it's relatable to what you're already consuming, then it's okay. So if it's like popcorn, you're like, oh yeah, popcorn might be nice for this, or Coca-Cola might be pretty cool.
I remember they used to do like Tide commercials or something like that for a while, like at the movie theater.
At the movie theater, okay. And you're like, why am I watching Tide when I'm trying to
or
watch
like
a movie?
Target or something like that.
Okay.
They still do Target ads, like ads for Target the store.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's annoying.
But there's a difference between it's like I'm advertising for it's a product or I've come to watch a movie, so I'm obviously interested in movies. So
Yeah.
you showing me other movies that are like future entertainment, like hook
Sure.
me on something, because I love looking forward to a movie. I love looking forward to the new Star Wars movie that's coming on. Like, I
Yeah.
get pumped up for that. You can go, there are like YouTube channels that's all they fucking do is just show you fucking previews.
Yeah.
It's just preview after preview. Previews for 2018.
Yeah, this is what's coming up.
And I'll
yeah.
watch that shit.
Yeah.
Watch like fucking 12 previews and I'll be like, holy fuck.
Oh, you know what gets me though? Like with YouTube, at least, something I saw the other day: user-generated content that is in no way, shape, or form sanctioned by the original maker of that. I saw like a fan-made intro to Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking good. Like it made me want to go back home and play it.
That's
Like
why
bad.
a lot of that.
I didn't even like
Fanfic,
Majora's
that's fan
Mask.
art. Fan
Yeah.
art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why a lot of that, they're the companies that are trying to have a death grip on controlling the image of their product so tightly, like lose out on all of that creative potential from super fans.
Yeah.
You know, going out and making this other thing. That's how communities get created around shit.
Yeah.
But if you try to stifle everybody, like, dude, you know, like several of our videos have been copyright like infringement on our shit for YouTube. Once I put stuff on YouTube, yeah,
Serious?
yeah, because we've played clips from stuff,
Oh.
right?
And it
So
tracks the audio.
YouTube listens to the whole thing and finds it.
Now they have an algorithm.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
an
listen to
algorithm
the whole
for
thing,
that.
Yeah.
and it tells you. It says like you use copyrighted material between 40 minutes and 50 seconds and 41 minutes.
You serious? And
Yeah.
then they just pull it immediately, and there's nothing we can do about it.
No, they
well, there is.
they-
Can you,
inter-
can you petition
They
it
interject commercials into our shit.
Really?
Yep.
for
What-
doing that?
What
Yeah.
episode? Do you know off the top of your head?
That's like 5. I've disputed all of them
yeah.
because you can dispute
Do
it.
we win the dispute or do we lose?
No, for all of them, we've won.
Oh.
Oh.
But it's
Good
just
job.
it's just like the fucking hassle.
five.
It's just the hassle
Yeah.
of having to do it. It's
Yeah.
because you found 40 seconds of us playing a clip from something that we were discussing. So that falls under like the Fair Use Act.
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Creative Commons, all this shit. Yeah.
Right, but I have to go through and click all the stupid shit. I did on my other YouTube channel. I had the 360 video, and I'm in the open public, and
Sure.
I'm recording a wedding ceremony. And at the end of the wedding ceremony, they played out in the open air a Beach Boys song. Like, wouldn't it be nice if we could, whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
And so, boom, video like blocked,
Flagged.
Yeah.
flagged for that song. And
Because
they're like,
you didn't pay to have them.
I didn't pay the licensing agreement to have the song, and I'm just like, I'm in the public. There's nothing I can do to stop that fucking
And you're not
sound.
charging people to watch your
No,
video.
I'm not even making money. And so I had to fucking
Well, not directly.
You have to. Well, I'm not making any money at all.
Well, you did this one as a freebie.
Sure.
But if somebody paid you to do that,
Maybe someday in the future,
Right.
but there's no promise of any like financial returns for me.
Right.
But
this is a hobby.
I have to go in each one of our disputes. I have to type like fucking 2 paragraphs, like explaining like why
Jeez.
this does not fucking need to be licensed or
That-
flagged.
I feel like that's YouTube doing its due diligence. So let's say hypothetically your wedding video is the next viral hit. I don't know why, but let's just say people love it for some reason. You don't know what thing. But,
Sure.
yeah.
Somebody
And-
actually interjected.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Beach Boys song becomes this huge, like 100 million hits. After a certain point, you start making money off that. The company that owns the Beach Boys, the creative, the IP of that, whoever made that, they could go like, "You're the reason why we're the reason why you're big. You're making money off of it. You need to pay us." Now it's YouTube's fault because they're the platform that was used to catapult it. They get sued. You get sued. They get to sue everybody. So they're doing their due diligence by saying like, we told him it's not okay. He needs to tell us why, and then now it's your fault if it does blow up big. Like
That's actually an old legal precedent. I did
Really?
some reading on this back when I was in school. That Prodigy, they had an online forum back in the day, and somebody said something.
Prodigy the band?
Prodigy, the internet service.
oh, I was thinking like smack my bitch up shit. yeah,
Firestarter.
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Anyway,
Do you remember Prodigy?
band?
CompuServe, Prodigy, AOL, Delphi.
no,
The band, yes.
No.
yeah,
The
Other stuff? No.
no.
The
It had the
online
crab,
service.
dude. It had the crab with the album
Yeah.
cover. That was fucking dope. Anyway, sorry, dude.
Totally hijacked it. That's all right. He did it.
Keep going.
But anyway, no, there was somebody sued not only the person who made the statement, but they sued Prodigy for allowing him to make that statement.
Mm-hmm.
And the judge at that time decided, oh, well, because you're hosting it and you don't edit it, you're there responsible for
Yep.
it. So YouTube has to legislate that themselves. They
Yeah.
have to go and say, oh, well, wait a minute. You're using this. You need to tell me why you're using it. So, I mean, it's a hassle, but it's a legal one that needs to be done.
Yeah, that whole like who owns an idea, that's probably just as thick as tax code. That's
wonder how good-
so
Yeah, but
it's
does,
such a
does
gray zone.
me capturing noise in the public atmosphere,
No.
that makes no sense. That's like, what if I captured a video at a Mexican restaurant, people, there was a brawl or whatever, and there's music playing in the restaurant. I can't not hear that. Right? I can't, I'm not, what am I supposed to go home, have some fancy audio thing and synthesize out that part of the sound, so I can put it on there? Like, you're going too fucking far. That's like saying, if I drive down, I'm playing, I've got, an upgraded sound system in my car.
Yeah.
Everybody that hears me drive by should owe that band fucking 12 cents because they heard it as I drove down the fucking street.
They should.
Is that where
Or
we're going?
the government turns your ears off. That's really
If
what it is.
you were driving an ice cream truck and you were selling stuff and you were playing Beach Boys music, yeah, you owe the Beach Boys money because you're making money by drawing people in with that.
with their song, with their
Right.
intellectual property.
Now, if you're just recording stuff and you record it and you put it on there, no. But if you record it and there's the potential to make money, then yes.
a lawyer worth his salt would be able to make that argument too and be like, "Well, our song is the reason why you're doing that."
You'd have to
Here's the
prove that
reasons
that
why.
was the reason, though. See, like the song in
I feel
the
like it'd
video.
be easy to prove it wasn't the reason.
Yeah, the
'Cause
video-
I want ice cream because I'm fat.
The video is
That's the reason.
Oh, you want ice cream because ice cream is fucking delicious.
the video's 20 minutes long, and after the ceremony's over, as people are walking away, they're playing a Beach Boys song. Like, you made it all the way to 22 minutes into the video, and the Beach Boys song, that's what fucking made the video. Like,
Well, in YouTube's mind, it could be the hypothetical that last little bit is the part that goes viral, and if they don't protect their own ass, then they're fucked. So that's why. Like,
It's
it's
the
probably
al- it's
it's
the
probably not
algorithm.
the 20-minute thing. It's definitely not. Like, I'm not going to watch 20 minutes.
It's
of a
totally
video,
the
but-
algorithm. The algorithm just picks up on it.
Right.
It picks up on that
I wonder
audio
how good it-
signature.
I mean, it's got to have. What library is it referencing against?
all the people who submit their shit.
I know, but like, is there a big bank where it checks like all? It has scans of all the songs.
Must be.
Do
It's
the
it's
record
just
companies
a few
open up
seconds is
their?
all that's needed. Like if you get literally like I think it's like 3 or 5 seconds is the limit on that. If you get just that snippet of audio in there, that waveform can be picked out. Like all they've got to say is, "Oh, do we hit these levels?" Oh, wait,
Maybe
all
it's the
right,
same
let's
way
compare.
Shazam works. Like, they're just doing
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or maybe it is like Atlantic
I wonder how
Records.
good a cover band would have to be to set that off. Like
You
they
should
put-
try it.
to get the timing and everything down.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, that's different
But-
between a cover band is saying, God, that's it's a gray area.
Well, there was
because-
almost a bill. It was part of the net neutrality stuff like 4 or 5 years ago. There's those 2 bills that were coming down through the Senate, and part of it was you can't have anything posted online that is owned by somebody else. And
Right.
so basically, the cover band community was freaking out because
Yeah.
you couldn't post any of your own performances because it's technically somebody else's song.
Yeah.
But it didn't pass. So it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that makes sense because it's not really satire. Fuck, I don't know what it falls under. And it also depends on the artist themselves too. How anal are they? Like Prince, he didn't want anything out there ever. But then
Sure.
some artists are very, very open. That comes down to the individual.
So then,
Yeah,
in
but
that
you're still
case-
able to play other people's songs live.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that
That's
That's like
interesting.
Taylor Swift will do a cover, and it's not like she's giving so and so money.
Well, it's
How
like
about
if
the
you-
kid who
Technically
recorded himself playing Guitar Hero 3 and he had done like expert mode
Yeah.
on some sort of like Metallica song,
And he did it
and he
perfectly.
uploaded it onto YouTube, and they kept taking it down. He's just trying to show off his recording of the game. So
Yeah.
since he couldn't get the video thing in, he recorded over it, and he goes. For like fucking 15 minutes.
I
And
would
it,
pay
like,
$9.99 for 74 minutes of you doing that.
Dude,
Record it right now.
Loop it.
It was so
Loop it.
popular,
Yeah.
him doing his thing, that he has a whole string of videos with like tens of thousands
Him
of
just like,
videos. Him playing guitar band and then mouthing over like the shitty like rendition.
I want to look that up. That sounds entertaining.
fucking awesome.
I know I did the night.
But like with the cover band thing, let's say you were in a Prince cover band, and let's say that it was a Prince song that was played at the end of the wedding. If his video had it, Prince is, or he
Was.
rest his soul, but Prince was totally adamant against that stuff happening. So his would have been just taken down outright, period. That would have been the end of it, because Prince wouldn't have allowed him to use it. You, however, posting a video of you playing somewhere all Prince songs, yeah, that would have been taken down.
I don't know that it would.
But
Because there's
The
lots of cover
venues-
band
There's a lot of
people
Prince cover
on
bands.
Well, no, there's just a lot of cover stuff on YouTube in general. People getting on and singing the latest Adele song, you know.
yeah,
And it's not just
there's a
it's
chick-
not even just people. There's other like videos of famous people at concerts singing Adele songs or somebody else like that too. So
There's one little group. It's like a guy and a girl, and they're called Carmen, and she just sings. He plays the piano, just like a real basic, most rudimentary version of the tune itself, and she just covers all kinds of like rap music. But she'll do like a like a Lil Wayne song
Yeah.
where he's rapping like really fucking fast. And to maybe like a regular, you know, okey doke white person, you're not really catching it all.
Yeah.
But she raps the whole thing, and she like phonetically pronounces everything perfectly, every single word, like just as fast as him.
Yeah.
And when I started listening to some of the rap from there, Lil Wayne's rap songs done by her, and I'm like, oh, this is an awesome song, because I couldn't understand like the shit that he was saying,
Yeah,
but
you
now
got-
that I
you-
hear it
yeah.
in perfect, you know, articulation.
Yeah.
It sounds fucking incredible. It was like much more impressive to hear
Yeah.
her say it.
And I feel like parts of it wouldn't rhyme anymore. Like it wouldn't match
No,
up.
it does.
because- really?
Yeah, it's incredible. Carmen, you gotta look up Carmen.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying
fucking
to think.
awesome.
What was that old that?
We'd
it's like
play
an
it here, but we'd
old-timey-
get taken down.
Yeah, it's true. There's an old timey band that had like a clown singing that they did all these modern songs.
Insane Clown Posse.
No, I can't remember what the name was.
clown singing.
He was a clown. He was like an old school clown, like just the black and white, not like all makeup. Like he had makeup, but it was just black and white. It wasn't like colorful, not Bozo style. And he would sing, and it was like they had the old timey mics, and everybody's all like, you know, jazz era 30s and 40s type style, big band swing type stuff. But they were doing modern songs. I can't remember who it was.
Nope. Don't know.
So we're like in the mix of Black Friday shit that's going on, right? I saw this thing. I thought it was interesting. Back in 1993, there was a group called the Barbie Liberation Organization.
Okay.
And they wanted to challenge gender stereotypes. So they went into stores, and I don't know if it was stores or factories, and they reversed the voice boxes recordings of G.I. Joes and Barbies. You know, remember like you could pull the string, you know, on
Yeah.
Barbie, and she'd be like, let's go shopping, right? And the G.I. Joes would be like, you know, we got to go get Cobra.
Yeah.
And so they switched those things to try to prove that gender stereotypes are bullshit.
Yeah.
And that if you put like, you know, let's gun them down in the Barbie, right, that the kids would be just as stoked to hear those recordings from both sides, you know, from either, no matter which doll.
Yeah.
And it turns out they had like upset like thousands and thousands of children who were like pissed and like threw the doll down and were just like, this is, you know,
This isn't right.
this isn't right. This is wrong. I don't like this doll. Like the people like rejected the Barbies, and there was like a mass like return of Barbie and G.I. Joes based on this incident.
Do you have any idea how much those are probably worth now? Those are probably worth
no
a
shit.
grip, dude. Oh,
So much.
dude.
A raped Barbie doll.
Not a rape.
Well, it was raped. It had
Well,
its guts taken out, and
Disembowel.
That's beyond rape.
it was against his will.
Disembowel.
Which would you rather be, raped or disemboweled?
Disembowel because I'd be dead afterward. If I'm raped, I'm just dead on the inside. That's all.
How's that different from now?
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, too real, dude. Too real. I'm gonna go back to my therapist.
No, we're in the trough. Like there's Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and this is what would you call this?
Cyber
Recovery-
weekend. Cyber
Get
weekend.
purgatory.
Cyber
Get broke.
Purgatory.
Yeah,
Purgatory.
they were
The
saying
waiting.
they were
waiting.
saying that
Did you guys go Black Friday shopping?
Hell no.
No.
Sorry.
I actually went shopping, but not.
You're actually making my point. Is that they're saying that Black Friday is dropping off because people can find better deals online and they don't have to go through all the bullshit anymore.
That's not what the internet tells me.
What does the internet tell you?
I've seen videos of people like
Oh,
raging
well,
over
you're
fucking,
fucking
Over
bubbles.
towels. Over fucking
Towels,
towels. I saw
yeah.
that
Fake
shit. They're like,
news. Fake news.
fake news. That wasn't even in America.
It's Russian. Fucking commies.
Yeah, it was a bunch of hackers in Russia trying to get towels.
Speaking of, hang on, I got to bring this up.
What's up?
I haven't seen the latest one yet. Has anybody watched the Grand Tour?
Yeah.
Did you
It's
see
so
them both?
good.
I've just seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
I've seen the
What?
first two.
Wait, fill
I
me
haven't
in.
seen the second one yet.
I don't
so
know.
what's the ground
did you
tour?
ever watch Top Gear when it was on?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, the original UK version of Top Gear.
Yeah,
Jeremy
not the-
Clarkson got fired basically because
Yeah,
he
punched.
slapped.
Oh, sorry.
Let's be fair about it. He slapped a guy.
His producer.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it. He slapped him.
So-
they
Well,
fired him.
that's it. I don't know. I
Well,
mean, that's kind of
He's had a history, let's say.
he's
kind of punchy.
inflammatory. He made a bunch like they did a thing about the big one was when they went to South America somewhere. Was it Argentina or something?
Oh, that episode was crazy.
Yeah, and they were totally inflammatory
They
against.
got chased out.
Yeah,
Like,
people were all like hating them. There was one where they came to the U.S. and
that
they
one
had
was
like
funny. They
Hillary.
they drove through your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And people chased them down and threw bottles at them.
yeah,
Because
like
they put like NASCAR sucks on the side of one
Yeah.
car.
Oh, that's blasphemy down there, dude.
yeah,
you don't
dude,
do that
you don't
shit.
do that shit. No, and like some lady came out.
People
and
were
they
chasing
like,
them in the back of a truck, like all the typical like people with shotguns sitting in the bed
Yeah.
of a truck.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean,
Like a
Jeremy
lazy boy
Clarkson
strapped to
was
it.
was known for pushing the envelope of good taste and not being provocative or whatever.
So that's what Grand Tour is?
Grand
Grand
Tour is
Tour's their
basically
new show.
their new show because they all got let go from the BBC.
Is it the
from
same
BBC.
three guys?
Well, they didn't
Yeah.
all get the other two left.
Yeah, when they said, "Oh, you're getting rid of Clarkson," well, you know what?
It's not the same without him. Okay.
The new show is exactly the same show,
Awesome.
but
Hell
with
yeah.
way more money.
Oh, dude, really?
Yeah, it's way.
Oh, Amazon's
Wait, is it-
totally behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, it's on
and
Amazon?
and the first
who's the network?
yeah.
Amazon.
It's Amazon.
And the first episode, if you haven't seen it, it's not really spoilers, but the first episode is basically him giving his keys and badge to BBC and then leaving,
Yeah.
and then going to his new job. It's really funny.
Cool.
It's good.
We'll check it out.
The best part is, like, to me, is just tell me this: do they keep the NASCAR driver as the new Stig?
The new stick, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
He's gonna be there all 10 or 13 episodes.
That's gonna be great.
Is it like I feel? My brother showed me something with some British guys, pitting like some. I don't know what it was. It was like a. It was like a little 1.4 liter engine. Could have been like a Nissan or something, and they pitted it against like a Lamborghini. And this little car had a bunch of technology in it that used computers to determine like the slippage that was happening on tires.
Launch control.
And so, but even around corners, right? So you could not spin the car out, right? You couldn't make it lose control.
There was no oversteer.
I don't know what it is. So
couldn't
basically,
drift.
the car, couldn't drift. So the car, no matter how fast of the corner you took it, it would control the rate of spin for all the tires to make sure that it always took the corner like correctly. So they had this Lamborghini and then this little 1.4 liter engine car.
Yeah.
And sure, the Lamborghini at a top end would blow this thing away.
Yeah,
but,
straight
zipping
away.
around all these fucking corners, it couldn't ditch it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. That's
really
like
cool.
the only fucking thing that I've ever saw of that
Out
kind
of Top
stuff.
Gear. No,
Yeah.
Top Gear's awesome, dude.
Yeah, my favorite parts are when they like have to go on a journey and they have to like buy some random car.
challenge thing.
Yeah,
And
they
they're
have to
fucking with each
modify it.
other.
They take like little cars and turn them into limousines or
Yeah.
stupid crap like
I like
that.
the episode where they had to make a commercial and like they had to like he's like, no, it's
Yeah.
just like it falls. It's just a car like it's
Yeah.
just the shittiest thing ever. It's just three dudes who are like just fucking around and they just have way too
And
much
now,
money somehow.
now imagine they have like 10 times the amount of budget that they had before.
Is it being produced in the U.S. or
Yeah.
is it still?
Oh,
it's-
really?
Yeah,
It's not British
it's a
anymore.
U.S. production now.
It's a U.S. production, but they film it all over the world, and the track is still located in the U.K.
yeah.
Like the Your Name Here in the Unstraight, and it's. I mean, they're fucking funny.
Yeah,
they're funny
yeah,
as shit.
they're awesome.
And
dude.
they allude so much to. They make fun of themselves and make fun of Top Gear of what they used to do.
Okay.
So it's good.
I'm gonna
It's
give this a
good. You
shot.
should
I wanna
definitely
see it.
watch
I wanna
it.
see
It's an hour. It's a easy watch. It's fun.
What's it called again?
Grand Tour
Grand Tour. Okay.
on
I'll watch it.
Amazon?
Okay.
It's good. I actually think their marketing strategy of hiring them will work. I'm going to look for more shows on Amazon because I like that. I like Man with the High Castle or Man in the High Castle on Amazon.
I've heard of that.
So maybe they have some other good stuff. I'll.
You
check
should
out.
watch Catastrophe. That's an actual show that Amazon carries, and it's basically the whole premise of the show is an American guy is over in London on business, hooks up with a UK chick, and knocks her up. So he goes back, and then a month or so later, she calls him and tells him she's pregnant, and that's the catastrophe. Then it just blows up from there.
Is it an Amazon show? Like
It's
their
on
own-
Amazon, yeah.
Okay.
It's an exclusive to Amazon, but it was made in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So you get all these British people, but you get like one or two Americans that actually pop up from time to time, and it makes sense. They're not just randomly there. So,
I'll
yeah,
have to check it out. Yeah,
it's fucking funny.
yeah. I know they have some originals that do well. Mm-hmm. So I'll have to check out some
They
more.
started off bad, like their Zombieland show. Ugh, God, that
I
was
didn't
terrible.
watch that.
Don't.
Well, I know they like Transparency and Mozart in the Jungle won a bunch of awards last year.
I haven't seen either.
Are
of
these
those.
all Amazon shows?
Yeah.
I've never heard
They
of
got
Have you heard of
tons their own
Mozart and
original.
Transparency in the Jungle?
Transparency
Sounds-
and Mozart in the Jungle are two different shows. Man in the High Castle is their own show. It's really good.
Yeah, Man in the High
If
Castle.
you haven't
No,
seen that
that's
one's
the
good.
one that's like if a different version if the Nazis had won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I tried to watch it. I was like, that one.
it's if you stick it out to the end, like literally right at the last moment.
That
of the last
doesn't
episode.
define a good show to me.
It did. It did to
That's
me.
like
because
saying-
it brought
that's
it
like-
all full circle.
Look, at the end, they're going to play a Beach Boys song. Okay? It'll fucking,
all fucked
it'll be
anyway.
amazing. It'll go viral. And we'll, have to pay Beach Boys a bunch of money, but it'll make it.
He's owed. Brian Wilson's owed. He did a good job.
Are the Beach Boys still alive? All of them?
Yeah, they just played here this summer.
Really?
Well, not all of them are still alive, but
Oh.
they
It's like Beach
some
Boy.
some of them are still around.
What's that album called? Like Animal...
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds. I remember reading like a little excerpt on how the Beach Boys went on tour, but one dude was like, nah, fuck that. And he just like stayed in his house and messed around and just kept writing and writing and writing. And after like a year or something of the other band going on tour, they came back and they were like, holy shit, like what did this guy fucking do? And like that's one of their most
Popular
famous,
albums.
yeah, popular albums is the one this one guy wrote all by himself.
That's really cool.
Pet Sounds.
Because they could have easily just been like, no, dude, you're not part of the band. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was family. Like they're all like they're brothers.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
stuff. Yeah, it's a huge thing. You should. What don't? What was
Tell
the
us a
movie?
story, Grandpa.
No, there was a movie. What was the movie that had what's his name?
I actually like the Beach
John
Boys.
Cusack that played him.
Oh, it came. I didn't ever see it. I wanted to.
Oh, you should. He actually did
Yeah.
a really good job. He
I
sold it
did-
really well, and Paul Giamatti was really good.
He's always good.
Yeah, for the most part. There was one movie he was in that he wasn't any good in.
Which
Something
is-
with Clive Owen.
Oh yes, that movie was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
it's
pretty
like
bad.
an action movie.
He eats carrots or some shit through it or something.
Yeah,
I don't
what the
remember.
hell is that movie called?
I don't know. But it had Monica Bellucci in it, so it was worth.
It's like a shoot 'em up movie.
Yeah, he's like an assassin or some shit. I don't remember.
Maybe it was called
Clive
Shoot 'em Up.
Owen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, where they have the fuck scene and they're shooting. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. It's kind of like the
They're actually, they're like, she is like koala bear on top of his dick, like hanging on, you know? And he's like, like
Yeah.
shooting while this chick's like fucking him, like
Yeah.
like a koala bear, like a horny.
Horny naked
fucking-
koala
yeah.
bear just going to town.
I was trying to think of the leaf that they fucking eat. What are they? what's the-
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus, yeah. Just foaming at the mouth with eucalyptus leaves and
Shoot 'em up. That's
Shoot
what it
'em
was.
up.
It's
Oh,
called
that's
Shoot 'em
right.
Up.
Yeah. I said it was a shoot 'em up. Maybe that's what it was
Oh
called.
my god.
And of course, I go to look it up, and there was a fucking Hulu ad at the bottom. I swear this phone really is listening to me.
See,
Fuck Hulu.
dude, I've told you guys forever. All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
All right, everybody, go fuck yourselves at Covalence Cast on the internet. Covalence Cast. Just Google it. You'll find us if you want to say something. If you don't, don't.
Fuck you.